As a matter of record, each submittal must be received into Endeavour before it is reviewed. That way, a record of each submittal is available and can be accessed by others. Let's see how to receive a submittal in Endeavour. Begin by navigating to the Submittals required item within Expediting and put a check mark next to the item. Then select the Activity drop-down and click Receive Required Item. Please remember that when using check marks and selecting items within Expediting, any changes you make will be applied to all selected items. Therefore, be careful not to select items that should not be modified as part of the group. Next, click the Attach Document button to navigate to the submittal PDF on your computer, and then attach the file. Do not drag and drop the submittals PDF from an open file folder to the provided attachments field, as this may corrupt the PDF and prevent it from being opened and viewed. Attaching the submittal in the Received Required Item area is part of our standard operating procedure, and is a critically important step in the submittal process. If the project engineer neglects to attach the submittal PDF, project team members who are not included in the submittal correspondence will be unable to retrieve and view the submittal when needed. Click the OK button to complete the process. You will now see a yellow circle with a question mark in the approval status column indicating that the submittal has been received. Now, let's discuss the process of reviewing received submittals. Click Continue to proceed. After receiving the submittal into Endeavour, you will then thoroughly review the submittal for accuracy and completeness, to see if it is compliant with the drawings and specifications. The VCC submittal fact cover sheet, which the subcontractor should have provided with the submittal, can serve as the starting point for the submittal review. At a minimum, you will need to determine if the submittal complies with the construction drawings and specifications insofar as it lists the correct manufacturer, model number, or ASTM reference, as well as possible location, quantity and dimension data. This is especially helpful in the case of shop drawings, which we will discuss in more detail shortly. If the submittal complies with the construction documents, you will then prepare the submittal to be distributed to the other members of the project team, and submit to the design team for approval. The process of reviewing submittals follows a few basic rules. The most important thing to do when reviewing a submittal is to verify three pieces of information: the manufacturer, the make, and the model number of the product. In this example, we see that the manufacturer is Armstrong World Industries, the name is Fine Fishered Second Look, and the model number is 1761. The submittal shows the same information, and the model number has been highlighted by the vendor, so we know the right material is being supplied for the project. If, for whatever reason, these three pieces of information were missing, then you would have to take a deeper dive and compare the product details, such as the type and form, color, thickness, and so on, to determine if the product data matches what is required in the plans and specs. In this second example, we can see that the spec identifies the metal suspension system using a manufacturer and model, with some details about the physical dimensions of the product. The first submittal shows information that does not match, and should be rejected. The second submittal, however, shows the correct information, and may be accepted. Keep in mind that a mismatch may not mean that the submittal is incorrect. For example, the original manufacturer of the product may have been acquired by another manufacturer. It's worth your time to do a quick Google search to discover if this is the case. Perhaps the product has been discontinued, and the manufacturer has replaced the product with a newer version, or the manufacturer has acquired a new product line, and has two similar products on the market before phasing one out. These types of issues must be researched case by case, with Google searches, discussions with the senior project engineer, and conversations with the subcontractors to obtain clarification. Correlating information between plans, specifications, and submittals can be challenging. The search feature in Bluebeam helps to locate details, regardless of whether they are textual or graphic in nature. Access the search feature of Bluebeam by clicking the binoculars icon, then selecting a text or graphic search. If searching for a graphic, you will use your mouse to select an existing graphic on a page as your search criteria, otherwise enter the search text. Keep in mind that the more documents you search through, the longer your search will be, so select an appropriate option from the Search In drop-down list box. Depending on your search type, you may then select optional criteria or search options. Clicking Search and waiting for your result will yield a list of targets that may be selected for quick navigation. Here is a quick recap of the steps used to perform a search in Bluebeam. When physical sample submittals are received, use your VCC smartphone or digital camera to take photographs of the samples. Make sure the sample is clearly visible. After the image has been uploaded to your computer, Right-click on the image and open it with Bluebeam in order to convert the image into a PDF file. Converting images of sample submittals into PDF form is required, so that you can attach the photographs of the samples to the required item as you do with other submittals.